Hey guys, my name's Keith and I like to adventure.
I'm literally just walking around Venice right now. What in the world? I hope I'm not the only one who thought Venice was like a little bit indented into the mainland of Italy, but no, it's definitely, most of it's way out in the ocean, and they had to drive big old things of wood into the ground and then do like layers of planks and then cobblestone on top of that just for the ground layer. That's probably the only thing I learned about Venice when I was there. That was from a YouTube video. But as always, I was hungry, so I had to fill up the tank, and I was so ready to make it to my hostel. I mean, lugging around 2 bags is no joke. Back to my favorite alleys. Yay! Also, I have to cross this river somehow to get to my hostel. Luckily, that's a regular enough problem in Venice that they have pretty cheap public transportation for it. You'll just have to trust me that the hostel I stayed at was pretty nice, because I had about 5 hours to sleep since I had to catch the sunrise, you know? The rest of my sightseeing in Venice would be on my way to the central station because I had to catch my next train. I mean, half the reason that I went to Venice at all was just to get out of the mountains, because mountain hotels are so dang expensive. So it was cheaper for me to go to Venice, spend a night there, and then wake up and look at cool stuff like this. And at this time, some train strikes were going on in Italy, so I just bit the bullet and bought a pretty expensive train ticket just to make sure I could get there and have some time to explore. Welcome to my Roman hostel, where you better be comfortable with making eye contact in the middle of the night with a grown man. Now that I'm well and nourished, it's time to hop on my steed. I only rode it for about 10 minutes, but, you know, it's fun to get off my feet for a while. And yeah, we're in Rome, baby. You know what they say, whatever you build in Rome stays in Rome for a day. But anyway, I found this cool building. I'm going to call it the Roman version of the USC Stadium. Here they were doing some sort of demonstration. There were lots of cops around, so I just kept walking by. Hey Kat, did you know this is the year of Jubilee, which only happens once every 25 years? It's where Catholics return to Rome and the Vatican City to have their sins forgiven. It was a pretty crazy feeling walking into the Vatican City. I mean, hearing people doing Ave Marias and just knowing what it means to them definitely had me thinking about the state of the world a little bit. What I will say is people definitely wanted to get here one way or another. So that was pretty striking to me. And then there were some reporters, which I totally walked into their shot. They may have been saying something along the lines of how you have to pick up a big cross and walk into one of the major basilicas to get your sins forgiven. Ciao, Rome.
Gotta make it to Palermo from the airport. I'm tired. I'm real tired. It's okay.
And yes, malls you gotta walk through to get to your flight are a classic in Europe. This guy doesn't know what he's getting himself into. But here we go. Let's go to Palermo. bus ticket, which leaves at 6:30. Right now it's about 10:30. So my next task is to find food. Tanks on E. Oh dang. It's pretty cool. This is just, oh my god. That's the bus, the train station. I'm gonna go ahead and try to find some street food. Apparently there's some close by. Yeah, I've got about 8 hours to kill. So let's see what happens in Palermo. The spoils of war, and by war, of course, I mean interacting with a stranger. I made my way down towards the beach, and then when I was on the beach, I took a nap for about half an hour. I could have stayed there for a lot longer, but I wanted to get some more food and get moving. Now this is a classic sit down with your 2 backpacks and take a nap spot. Alright, task 1 accomplished for the day. Get some food in me. Now I am so thirsty, very dehydrated. Task 2, buy some water for not a ridiculous price at the grocery store. We can look around the grocery store too. So let's go. I got back to the central station in time for my bus, and I had to try some McDonald's, just a McChicken. It was okay. No lettuce, which is the only difference. And now we're heading towards what I would call home for the next 2 weeks. And after another Italian bus driver in the mountains does his best to impersonate an F1 racer, we made it to Petrale Sotana, which is for next episode. Don't bite me, please. Please don't bite me. Good.